a single mom at the end of her rope. A chance meeting with new opportunities. A dangerous racketeering scheme. Deadly consequences. Liza is a single mother who works as an exotic dancer in Florida while raising her teenage daughter Phoebe and dealing with Phoebe's father, who lives in Savannah. After meeting Pete at her club and striking up a friendly and casual conversation, he offers her a $100,000 per year job. Liza is later called to her daughter's school, where her daughter and friends have been suspended for causing a fire near the campus. Liza currently lives in her sister's garage. After an argument over money with her sister, Liza and Phoebe move into a motel. At the motel, Liza meets Camille and Sydney. After her car is repossessed, Liza accepts Pete's job offer at pharmaceutical company Xana. Xana's cancer pain relief medication has a market penetration of less than 1%. Xana's CEO, Eric Paley, believes that with a penetration of 22%, the company will be valued at $1 billion. Pete fabricates a more impressive CV for Liza, claiming she has a bachelor's degree in biochemistry. He then takes her to meet the company's founder, Dr. Jack Neal, who overrides their hiring freeze. Pete gives her 5 days to convince a major physician to prescribe their flagship drug, Klonopin. Liza visits every prospective client on her list, but is unable to obtain any prescriptions. Meanwhile, Phoebe has a seizure and is diagnosed with CAVM. She returns to Dr. Lytle's office to retrieve some Tupperware she had left with him, and overhears a cancer patient discussing the side effects of a more commonly prescribed drug. When Liza makes a convincing case that Klonopin is a better option for his patient, Lydell agrees to prescribe it. Liza invites him to participate in the launch of their speaker program by sharing his experience with the effectiveness of the drug. However, speaker programs require the company to cover the costs of the doctor's travel to exotic locations, which Xana does not have. Larkin refuses to fund it, so Liza convinces Pete to fund it himself in exchange for a 10-point commission on Lydell sales. The event initially fails, and Lydell is about to end his relationship with Xana. But Liza is able to salvage the situation and turn it into a proper speaker program. When Pete offers him $4,500 per week to prescribe Klonopin, Lydell officially agrees. Lydell prescribes Klonopin as frequently as possible. Liza earns $600,000 in her first year. Following her success with Lydell, a flood of new recruits arrives, all hoping to join Xana as sales reps. Liza hires her mother Jackie as a sales rep as well. None of the reps that Liza and Pete hired are from the pharma background. Eventually, Xana rises to take 86% of the market share in the Southeast. Larkin tries to expose Liza as a fraud for her doctored resume. This backfires when Neal promotes Liza to national sales director and Pete to COO, and Pete fires Larkin immediately. As Xana's profits grow, they relocate to a larger headquarters. CEO Eric Paley is discovered secretly recording an executive meeting. Paley is fired, but he sells his company shares and profits millions. Liza has $6 million in stock options that she cannot sell because they have 6 months to vest. When sales begin to flatten, Neal puts pressure on the sales team to market the drug for all types of pain, not just cancer. He also instructs Liza to fire her mother, Jackie, after he has slept with her. Liza heads into Lydell's office with her new marching orders and is disappointed when he readily agrees to prescribe Klonopin off-label. Meanwhile, Phoebe has another seizure, and the doctor tells her that she needs surgery. Liza tries to use her Xana stock options as collateral for a loan to pay for Phoebe's surgery, but the bank rejects her because of the pharmaceutical industry's volatility. Liza believes Xana is doomed after Lydell is apprehended in a DEA sting operation and begs Neal for financial assistance for the surgery. Instead, Neal tells her to use Phoebe's crisis as fire for inspiration, just as he did when his wife was dying of cancer, and he came up with Klonopin. After her friend Camille's husband, Sydney, dies from an overdose on Klonopin, and Camille coldly rejects Liza's condolences. Liza decides to testify to the U.S. Attorney's Office investigating Xana. She admits that she helped in the development of Xana's speaker and bribery programs. She confirms the names Eric Paley, Pete Brenner, and Jack Neal signed off on those programs. She is told that her testimony is not enough and they demand more evidence linking Neal. But Liza tells Neal has isolated himself from daily operations. After Liza fails in her attempt to get a printout from Pete's jacket, he is arrested. While all of his executives are arrested, Neal remains untouchable. Liza recalls her mother's previous affair with Neal and asks how she communicated with him. Jackie claims he gave her his email address, which she used to request a commission increase that Neal wanted her fired for. Liza finds out that Jackie had saved the emails, which can be used to connect Neal to the illegal activities at Xana. It is revealed that Lonafin is simply fentanyl, which is why non-terminal patients who were prescribed the drug became addicted and overdosed. Liddell, Paley, Brenner, and Neal all receive fines and prison sentences. Despite a heartfelt apology in court, and the U.S. Attorney's recommendation that Liza not serve a prison sentence to encourage future whistleblowers, the judge sentences Liza to 15 months in prison because lives were lost due to her actions. After her release, Liza partners with her mother and some of the original sales reps from Xana to form the cosmetics company that she and Jackie had envisioned years ago. Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next one.